However, we find ourselves in a very tough situation. There seems to be a lot of enforcement actions against the industry. Many entrepreneurs and innovators are frustrated. Many are looking to leave the United States, and some who wanted to come to the United States are pumping the brakes. A lot of companies now are, crying out for help. Trying to talk to different folks in DC because it seems the SEC is not providing clear guidelines. They're doing a lot of enforcement actions. There's what some may call Operation Choke Point, the potential debanking of crypto companies. How can the United States get this right? Because we got it right with the internet, and there were many economic benefits. Huge companies that were birthed out of the dot-com boom with Googles and Amazons and so on and so forth. How can the United States get it right with crypto and blockchain?
Well, it takes oversight from Congress. A lot of my colleagues who work on this are on the Financial Services Committee, like Ward Davidson and others that work on these issues from the SEC side. I work in it primarily from the FTC and CFTC side, being on the Energy and Commerce Committee and having jurisdiction over FTC, and then now being on the Ag Committee again, having jurisdiction over the CFTC for the commodity aspects of it. So we need the Financial Service Committee to continue to push back when some of these actions are unwarranted. Look, we're in a nation sort of starting time period over these last 5 years of cryptocurrency. There have been some great exchanges, and then there have been some issues, right, and some others, and so that always draws the agencies to put more scrutiny under some of these exchanges. And I think that's where Congress has to step up to make sure we have that balance. When you look at some of the other superpowers of the world, like China, who've banned it altogether, relative to them, we're a relatively friendly space. But we know there are some smaller countries out there that have really freed up their laws quite a bit. We've seen some states do that as well. And states are, during this nation period, the workshops of some of these laws. So I don't think the history is fully written yet, but there was a lot of pressure with one or two high-profile cases for some scrutiny, and I think we need to push back when it comes to on a case-by-case cases where that scrutiny may not be warranted. But look, this is a sign of arriving. As you get to be a more mature industry, you're going to have a lot more interaction with the government, because we're talking about exchanges with billions of dollars on there in value. And obviously, we want to both keep our competitiveness and protect consumers, make sure that when people invest or utilize cryptocurrency for their transactions, that they can trust that. And that's going to be good for the industry long term, because without integrity, you'll have people questioning why we need these systems. And so having that integrity make sure that for the long term, there's confidence in using this, and especially in my region for international transactions, this is going to be a really important manner of doing business going forward.